Okay, everybody, good morning. We're here in the Learjet LaGuardia Airport, runway 4. And my settings are like this. I have everything 2K, DLSS, DLAA, sharpening at like 160, but big things max frame rate 31. And DLSS 4x and the frame rate multiplier. So I do like 4x. So 3 times 4 is 120. That's how I get my 120 FPS. Monitor refresh there. Low latency on, but dynamic is off, and custom. Global rendering quality. The only thing I do in here is cut back, TLOD, and objects. So here we are back in the cockpit. Let's go quickly around the pattern and see if there's any change here I want to talk about. Because I have been pleasantly surprised by something here, and I'll show you in a minute. Man, the acceleration is immense. Oof. Gear up, and flaps up, and left turn around the airport. Whoa. Soups, 8,000 feet a minute. Power back to idle, climb thrust certainly. There we are, staring at New York City at 125 FPS. Nice and smooth. Little bank to the right. Beautiful. Look at that. Unbelievable. I remember back in the FS2 days, it was all a bunch of sticks and lines and all that. Amazing how beautiful that looks. And how smooth it is. Right over the bridges of Manhattan. And we're still climbing like a rocket. Got to slow down and bring back the thrust. Come in for a landing here. Back on. We are awful high to make runway 4 again. Probably come back to 3-1. Anyway, let's talk about what I found to hopefully give us a stutter-free experience on the ground. I've experienced this for days. Now that I'm making a video, I feel like it'll jinx and it will stutter on the ground, but let's try to see what happens. This is an amazing new program I just discovered. Nobody's talking about it, called AeroTuneMFS. An AI-based optimizer for Flightsim 2024, and I've been using it and I love it so far. And I'm trying to get rid of any ground stutter, even on basically ultra settings. All right, flaps 1, gear down. So let's see what happens here. Hoping it will work just fine. It has been working the last few days, even on Phoenix 320s and other aircraft I've flown. But now I wanted to go into LaGuardia in the hotshot Learjet here. Just because everybody's going to want to see a video in the most dense location. Now look, we've been holding steady at 124 nicely. No real jitters that I can tell today. It's rock solid. Manhattan over there looks spectacular. All sharp and beautiful. But this little program is running in the background, and you might see some messages pop up. A stutter has been predicted. Wow. Now, I don't know how the magic works. There's a big instruction set with this. There's some other stuff. You can read about it. You can customize and tweak things. I don't even know how, and do I really want to, because it's working perfectly on default as it's supposed to be run. So when it predicts a stutter, it apparently learns what causes that stutter and keeps it from happening again. But even when the message pops up that a stutter's predicted, it may not actually make a stutter happen. There's another one. A stutter's been predicted, but I've not seen a stutter occur. This to me is amazing. Look at the clarity down there, dude. Look at all that. So we'll see. See what happens here on the landing roll. This is where it always will happen. I mean, it's a lot less than it used to be, but I don't want any. Because right now 2020 gives me none. I have no stutter all the time in 2020. None ever on full ultra, and it still looks amazing to me. So I want 24 to behave the same way. A little more thrust here, a little crosswind action from the right. Feel it. There it is for sure. Left rudder, right wing down. Left rudder, right wing down. Touchdown. Right wing in. Go to reverse. Stutter is predicted. I don't see anything happening. Reverse out. Well, I did see a little twidget there and a little twidget there. Not bad. Considering everything is pretty much an ultra, that was greatly smoothed out. Very, very nice. Well, there was a big hang looking around graphics. I'll tell you what, let's try something else for a second, because maybe that airplane is jerky. I don't know. I've had smooth LaGuardia before. Let's see what it looks like in a Phoenix, everybody's favorite other aircraft to compare and fly with. We'll go around the patch real quick in a Phoenix Airbus 320. Let's try this. There we go. Let's start and see how this works, because I want to compare and give you a good example. So a couple little fidgets did occur still with the Learjet. Let's see how Phoenix does today. It's still running in the background, stutter predicted, and I don't know, the airplane is gone. So I don't know why that happened. Restart again. I've had that problem lately. Has anyone else had that, where the airplane has just vanished? This is beta 4, so anything is possible. But this little AeroTune program is pretty dang nifty. Lots of different things to read about, talk about, and I'll do for you. Alright, there we are. So now we're back booting up in the Phoenix here. This will take just a second, not too long at all. And we will see how the Phoenix does around the pattern versus the Learjet. So a little longer video than I wanted, but let's take a look at this all and let you know what to expect with it. Seems smooth on the inside, smooth on the outside. Going to flaps 2 are very lightweight, 6,600 pounds of gas. Only need flaps 1. Basically empty, like a quick little ferry, a quick little maintenance hop around LaGuardia is all this would be. Not unrealistic at all if need be. Alright, park and brake is off, and lights are gonna be on now. Lights are all on, and we'll let it rip. See how the frame rate is now. Doing 123, let's see how smooth it works around the patch in the bus. Because yesterday I was very impressed with how this thing worked. Maybe the Learjet has a little more potential to stutter. I haven't updated it lately, so let's go here. But everybody uses Phoenix for comparison for a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, it accelerates immense. They use max thrust. Nice cold weather. Here we go. Up, up, and away. Certainly smooth as silk there. Gear up. Alright, some power back here. Not needing to go anywhere else. Change the A-cell. Glass smooth in the Phoenix right now. Absolute butter. As you come around at 124 FPS. Perfectly beautiful. There it is. Maybe I'll take a screenshot. Bang. Use that for my opening thumbnail, maybe. Yep, all the warnings. Doesn't like a lot of stuff going on. Certainly buttery. Smoother than in the Learjet, so who knows, maybe the Learjet's got a few issues. Another notch of flaps. We're going to come back around and land here in just a jiffy. Gear down. Wow, look at that. Look at that scenery. Woohoo! And the details. Right, full of flaps. Little message again, stutter predicted. And you'll see optimizing messages pop up too here and there.
1,000.
Which is also really nice. And they're totally intrusive. They're, you know, the background is fairly opaque. You can see through it. Doesn't create a stutter when it pops up a message, so I don't mind it. I kind of like to see that it's doing stuff. After we get some power in. Another stutter is predicted, but so it's learning stuff apparently. Gusty winds, I can feel it. 07020. Alright, still smooth as silk.
100.
Alright, stutters, I dare ya. Dare stutter to occur.
40, 30, 20,
Out of idle. Nice touchdown, butter smooth. Go to reverse. Go reverse coming in for a second or two. There's 90, 80 coming out of reverse. Manual brakes. Puny little fidget there and there. Well, there you go. I don't know. That's really good. This is LaGuardia again. Everything on Ultra except for those two things I cut back. And I've tried this on Ultra as well with the same results. Not even cutting back anything. And it also seems to work the same way. So, if I were you, I would run out and get this free product on Flightsim.to, AeroTune. AeroTuneMFS. It's phenomenal. There are options available. If you go up to the tray and right-click on it, you'll see all the stuff it has. Presets, calibration. I don't even know what all this stuff is. Thresholds. Island Sim Pilot first talked about this the other day. And after him, I realized nobody else is talking about it. So I'm surprised it hasn't gotten any type of notoriety. I don't like auto FPS at all. I just don't. I don't like the interface. I find it confusing. Maybe I'm just dumb. I don't know. But this is plug and play. Just forget it. Memory manager stuff going on in the background. I mean, ML stutter detection is on. GPU diagnose. I don't know what all this stuff does. But there's a lot of stuff to dive into should you decide to dive into it. And as you can see, everything is buttery smooth. Even here in Manhattan, the most complex scenery in the flight sim world is smooth, and you can spin all day and have smoothness all day. I mean, look at that. Smooth your views, do this, do that. Woo. Anything you want. Still in Manhattan, still max. And there's a little window there that shows stuff and a stutter predict. It just takes care of everything. What a great program. Phenomenal. One I'm definitely keeping. It is free, in case I didn't mention that. But look at that. Smooth as silk in the Phoenix and no stutter. In New York City, a tiny stutter a couple times in the Learjet. Again, this is the max place. I also want to say that when you're running it, you're not going to see ground blurriness or anything. It seems to just do it all right. I mean, everything looks good. Everything is sharp. It pretty much takes your default settings and keeps them running, from what I understand. It just does other stuff to smooth out the stutter potential where it predicts it. So, quite amazing. Once again, AeroTuneMFS. Go get it. Support these guys. Phenomenal. Have a great day. Please support my channel. Please subscribe. Please like. And we're almost at 1,000. So, 1,000 subscribers. So, I thank you all. Good day.